This show is going to be about Ripple and whether they can replace Swift. A tech called Ripple will be used by Swift. What is Swift? What might this mean for the price of XRP? Okay, let's talk about it. The markets will also be looked at. If you missed it, the first film of the day was a full-on rant. Some people might say that terror is a beauty, taking a look at how the market is right now. First, let's talk about where we are, where we're going, why you shouldn't be worried, and what you might want to do right now. We won't be upset that XRP is showing some green early because it's a standard 58. At the moment, Bitcoin is worth 3,310 Ethereum, which is 5.89% less than it was 24 hours ago. Dollars and tails are down 6.56%, putting their dollar pegs in. As we already said, XRP needs to keep this level of support, and its strength against Bitcoin is truly amazing. Let's look at what's left. This week, the total value of the cryptocurrency market is projected to reach $2 trillion, or $491 billion. It doesn't seem so bad now, does it? Here's something that I think you should read. People, if you want to sue someone, this is the crypto plan. John God, just say it. No matter how great your technology is or how great your project is, the most important thing is the group that forms around your idea. Strong communities lead to strong growth. It is true that the group has a big impact on the success of a project. No matter how new the technology is, it doesn't matter if you don't have a group or a project. You might have the best equipment out there. Even if you have the coolest technology, it won't help you if you don't have a group to back you up. The only thing that takes an idea to the next level is the community. Everyone in your community is seen as an extra set of eyes. 1,000 people are working on this project with you. 1,000 people in your area start tweeting, and each of them has 1,000 following. What is 1,000 times 1,000? To figure out, think about that. Think about the network impact, as I've said from the start. What makes you think I've been building my group since 2017? I joined social media, started to reach out, and started to bring my group to the promised land with me. Let's keep our attention on the markets because that's what we need to find. It's just a little burp. That burped, look at that. Our path is going back up. We'll make up for the lack of CME. I test the area between 60 and 64,000 again, and then we'll start going up again. As we get closer to the real halving day, this is the Bitcoin having every Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin has gone down again, but this is not a big deal. If you had been following me, you would have known that this fix was coming soon. It has now happened. This is where XRP was 2 months ago. Ripple said that even though XRP isn't the best performing stock, it's still worth something. As another reason, David Schwartz says the markets have yet to decide if cryptocurrency will be the next big thing. To your point, it's not easy to understand Bitcoin or any of these other assets. Also, the so-called white swan event that we are starting to see more and more of will be another big event that will lead to global legal clarity. What place does the use happen, developers, etc. But that doesn't always mean the best works here. So you need to carefully weigh a few things and kind of take that complexity into account. It's not the best, but XR is still useful in many cases. In simple terms, operational assets. Palm didn't like hearing that, but he was right. A blockchain is what is always used. Paul is the one who right-clicks on the blockchain. XRP has a use case as shown by the XRP database. Okay, so Bitcoin didn't work. It worked out, is that right? Missed the turn on the right way to get there. Choice B, as you may know, has become a gold source of value. You have to pivot sometimes, which means to try something different when you see that your original goal isn't possible. What is it now that Bitcoin has done that? It is now used to store value, like gold. We could say that Ethereum is smart. Agreements for decentralized applications, I guess that's how we could move forward with Ethereum and something called XRP. It's really simple to do. It's fixing a broken banking system. What do you think this truth flap says? Brian Lubin Armstrong, I have no idea who this person is. Al Bezos came first, then Novak Grits. Yes, you are looking at the screen. That's already clear, so I won't. Insinuate that I think you've seen the trend so far. All of them are being sold by engineers at Coinbase. I work at Binance Labs. 9.3 million GMT coins are said to be for sale by Binance Labs. Some people think that a former Coinbase worker was involved in a deal involving $9.7 million worth of swap tokens. Are these people being moved? You may already know that B and Crypto released this piece. You can see the dumps, but you can't fix them. GMT all, Uniwoop Tether shout, what do they know that we don't since they are getting rid of the last traces of their old pain? The question is why Biter Fried said he was sorry for what he did and how he behaved in an interview with ABC News. You didn't feel bad about what they did after getting a 205-year term. Mr. Uber, your behavior is very interesting, and it's kind of funny. Let's go. He says that everyone knows about the beard guy. How long do you have to trade in this anger before you admit that Beer guy aired by 1 decimal place? 500 at 89 is kind of funny. Okay, I get it. Bill, you laugh, I'm laughing at it. Michael, this is the story you will read. These days, this is just silly. Crypto Newsflash had already told you about the July 2023 US. Honest Torres is the district judge. When sold by institutions, XRP was marked as secure, but when it was traded on platforms, it was marked as non-secure. This is now in danger because two federal judges disagreed with Judge Torres' use of the Ho test. William Morgan, hey, are you sure you want to share this? There is a lot of stupidity regarding the case, which is almost intellectual dishonesty, to be honest. I'm saying that the information in these stories is stupid and not true. He's right. Don't trust people. This is completely silly, so don't even read it if you see it. It just turns off and goes on. Scale, let's talk about how Swift can be used instead of Swift. What Swift is just a site where banks can talk to each other. It's just a fancy name for a number of organizations. These people work together to help move money around the world and keep using programs like Excel, spreadsheets where you move money around after moving value. Since this takes 3 to 5 days, Ripple technology can help replace some of these banks. There are some institutions in the Swift group that have already teamed up with Ripple, so I think that Ripple can help these negative banking consortiums improve the technology they use. Ripple could be the answer to the broken call for moving money across borders. Would the banking system be the best way to solve the problem? Why is that the case? It's really not that hard. It only takes seconds to move an email, but for some reason our money system hasn't been updated in decades, where people keep more than $10 trillion in foreign capital accounts that aren't being used in order to move. Money's time is almost over. I don't agree at all with the question of whether to stop using XRP. In response to the question of whether XRP will be used in all foreign transactions, no, I say. I want to know if you have these amazing drinks. They don't need corridors with very safe foreign currencies like euros, because they don't have to worry about this third-party risk. But getting money into the other lanes, which are either very strange or where the value of money changes all the time, takes a very long time and goes through about 8 different banks. We will win, and Ripple is still becoming more popular. The XRP system will be used by central banks and everything is coming together. It's just a matter of time. Because when people talk about these things, states, central banks, and money all move very slowly.